Here with a delicious and nutritious recipe made with a staple in her pantry is the author of To Asia with Love and my other favorite book, Family Cookbook, author and renowned food writer, Hetty McKinnon.
Hi, Drew. Hi, Dr. Oz. Thanks for having me.
So, Hetty, what are you going to teach us with your beautiful wisdom today?
I am so excited to be sharing this recipe from To Asia with Love. It is using this ingredient that I grew up eating. It's a Chinese fermented black beans. These are not the black beans you use in your chili, by the way. So these have been soaked. Do you want to start cooking?
Okay, so what do we do first?
So we're going to start off by just mashing the black beans that are in your bowl. And you're just going to get a thick paste. Okay, that's amazing. So we've got that here. So it doesn't have to be too mashed. It's not like mashed potato or anything. Now we're going to add some aromatics. So we have some garlic.
Garlic.
So throw that in. And some, I'm just using red pepper flakes, but you can use fresh chili if you've got it.
I love spice.
And then we've got, yeah, so do I. And then we've got some Chassin wine, which is going to add some kind of a nice hum of flavor there. Some soy sauce. This is actually a gluten-free soy sauce. I've got some olive oil here. I'm going to add that in.
Stylishly added.
You're doing good, guys. And some sugar. And Drew and Dr. Oz, you've just made your own homemade black bean sauce. None of that jarred stuff. Do you want to start with the beans? I'm going to turn the heat on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you've got your thing going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use, you can use any oil, but I'm going to use olive oil today because it's healthier. I'm using a good quality olive oil, which you can cook at high temperatures. So I'm just going to pour that into my hot pan.
Dr. Oz, have you ever seen that list of like the 8 oils that you should avoid cooking with high heat?
Yes, I've seen
The hateful 8. Do you agree, disagree?
No, I agree. They oxidize, you damage. When you fry oils, you're losing all the benefit and you're creating all kinds of compounds you can't predict. Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, I've really gotten much more into olive oil and coconut oil, which is hard because it really can flavor your food.
So can I add my beans yet?
Yeah, add your beans in.
Well, look at that go.
Yes, it's crackling now.
Oh, I love that crackle. So we're going to it's already starting to turn that beautiful shade of vibrant green. Okay, so we've cooked these maybe a minute, 2 minutes. I mean, just have a look at them as soon as they start charring, but we want them bright green. You don't want them to go gray. So now I'm going to put my sauce in. You can add all of the sauce or you can add half. I'm probably going to add about half of the sauce.
Okay. Hetty, it smells so authentic and layered and beautiful.
I'm going to dish mine up too. Just put it on top of your rice if you've got rice.
Now, Dr. Oz, how do you feel about rice and like the gluten movement, and which a lot of people, of course, with all sensitivities are absolutely celiac intolerant. But what do you think about, rice, obviously since the beginning of time, but now all these sort of gluten alternatives?
If you truly have celiac, skip gluten. Most people who skip gluten don't have celiac. And people who are trying to trick their bodies, doesn't work very well. If you try to make wheat, for example, without gluten, you lose the stickiness of it. Mm-hmm. You've got to put chemicals in there to recreate that experience. Eat the real food. And if you can't eat gluten, which I get completely, if you're gluten intolerant, eat foods that don't have gluten in them. The beans don't have gluten.
Right.
So, just leave out the parts that do. All right.
Here. Well said.
I know. I'm like, let me just ask the doctor, because there's nothing I love in the world more than beautiful rice. And this just looks like such a more satisfying dish because it is on top of the rice. And
it took 3 minutes. I mean, you can't beat that.
3 minutes.
Hetty, it has that crunch.
Yes.
Hetty, I am such a fan of yours. Your
thank you, Drew.
are, as a cookbook collector, as a creator of a thing called Cookbook Club, your books are some of the most interesting, unique, and beautifully done that I've ever seen in my life. I am such an uber fan.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, and before we go, check out the Sculpt Society's amazing leg and bottom workout that you can do right in your living room. We'll be right back. Thank you, Hetty.
Megan Roup here from the Sculpt Society app, and today I'm sharing my hot tips to sculpt your booty. So let's get started. So first we're gonna go into a tabletop. If you find this is too much tension in your back, I always suggest clients go down to a forearm or both to keep a strong, neutral spine. You're gonna extend that leg straight back, squeezing that butt, pull that knee high into your shoulder, a little oblique action here, and then straight back. My hot tip here is if you want a little more core action and you're a little bit more advanced, you want to turn it up a notch, extend that working arm front and back. This is really going to work your core as well as your tush.